All right, all right. Good morning, good morning. We're getting a late start today. This is your boy Slizwack, and today what we're going to do is we're going to show you how we start seeds. So, luckily for you, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Flora Nova Grow. You probably can't hardly see that, but I'm going to use my Flora Nova Grow, and I'm going to use that in a seedling formula, which they have on the back, which says that I should use a half a teaspoon per gallon for seeds and seedlings and clones. And what I'm going to do is I've already pre-mixed that in this container. It's not actually tea, so it's ready to go. And what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to take my peat pellets like this, and I'm actually going to take them and put them in this container, and I'm going to go ahead and soak them and allow them to freaking soak up this seedling mixture here. So we're just going to kind of wet them down a little bit. Got a little container here, and we're just going to wait for these to freaking absorb a little bit. Yeah, okay. So while they're doing that, and meanwhile, and what I do is I have a couple that are still here that haven't absorbed any freaking solution. So I'm gonna go ahead and set one right here so we can compare them once we get done. Like I said again, what I'm using is I'm using a General Hydroponics Flora Nova, which is actually a very old school freaking actually thing to use, but I'm using it because I've used it a lot and I know how to work with it. I.e., when I fuck it up, I know how to correct it. So, yeah. So it looks like these are freaking blooming up there. Let's actually just pull out some of our. Let's pull out some of our. Woo! I'm gonna pull out. We've got a little tiny bit of this freaking forbidden fruit left. Actually, we've actually still got some here in our freaking pipe. We're gonna go ahead and smoke that, and we're gonna check it out. So, yeah, hold on, stand by. Okay, so. Okay, yeah. All right, sorry about that. We just had to freaking get some technical shit going there. But yeah, these things seem to be blooming up, and as you can see, they're getting a little bit bigger. So, and the way you can tell is you start to see it's almost like like a mesh netting. You can see it start to stretch out. And what you're going to do is it's going to stretch out as that basically ground up mulch basically starts to soak up the water. You're going to see that, and that's you're going to see that it freaking starts to actually freaking grow a little bit bigger, almost like one of those snakes when you were a kid, when you used to light off fireworks. All right, let's add a little bit more seedling solution. Yeah, we want to because we want to make sure that these peat pellets are actually going to freaking soaking up the maximum amount of this seedling solution. And what I'm doing is I'm just touching them on the side, and you can feel them. You can actually feel them freaking starting up there. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now we're doing it. Let's take a little break. Gonna smoke a little whizzy. So yeah. Like I said, we're just waiting for these. Just waiting for them to freaking finish soaking up that moisture, that seedling solution. that we actually put out there. And the reason I'm not showing you a background on my green screen is because my Flora Nova container, I don't know if you can see that there, actually freaking has green in it, and so does a few other things, and it would look just super weird. So yeah. Okay, we're getting it. And I'm just kind of touching them very slightly on the edge, and I can feel the hardness in them as they start to expand. That hardness will go away. So yeah, freaking who would have thought that in 2020 Cinco de Mayo would come on a Taco Tuesday? So yeah, let's take a little break here while we wait for these things to freaking bloom. Oh, yeah. Okay. Mm. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right. We're doing it. We're doing it. Okay. Yeah. So those are starting to freaking expand nicely. The seeds I have here is I have freaking Pineapple Express Phenotype 1, which is our freaking one that we freaking produced. It's an experimental at this stage. But what we also have is we have some Lowrider hybrids from 07, and we have some Pineapple Express from 2011. Shout out to Codename Blondie for letting us have some of her seed stock. Thank you, thank you. Woo! Okay. Let's see what we got going here. All right, all right. So, what we're going to do is we're going to bring out our tray here. And now that these peat pellets have bloomed and absorbed their amount of I don't know, they have absorbed I guess what you would call it is all of the seedling solution. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to freaking start placing them pew one at a time into my individual container for seeds. And like I said, we're going to do 4 of each of these. And for my purposes, I'm only going to put 1 seed in each peat pellet. Peat pellets are fairly cheap. You're not going to lose anything if you have to throw these away. Some people use rock wool cubes, the smaller ones, which is also great because to make it very simple, this peat moss solution that we're soaking this in, that's merely a medium that allows the clone and seedling solution to be absorbed. So as you can see, we've got all of our little peat pellets positioned in our individual tray. What we're going to do is on the outside, we're going to have Pineapple Express. So I'm going to take, and actually I am going to put 2 of these in each one. My bad. So there's our little Pineapple Express, 2. And you want to make sure you kind of cover them. You want to make sure you kind of cover them up with a little bit of dirt. What I'm doing is I'm using my finger to take 2 seeds, push them down into, if you look at the top of your peat pellet, you'll see a little divot. When your peat pellet expands, it's going to make a pocket for your seeds. So, yeah. All right. And on to the next one. Just pushing it down, using my finger to work it down into there. Then kind of squeezing it up, kind of covering it up a little bit. All right. Okay. And here's our last pineapple. Just want to take that, work that down into that little hole there, kind of squeeze it around. All right. So we're done with our low rider. We put in actually, we went with 2 each of Pineapple Express. So, yeah. Now, we're going to go with our low rider. And the low rider, because we have a minimum amount of seeds, I'm actually only going to go with 1 in the low rider. So 1. And you'll find that as you push that down in with your finger, that seed will actually drop down into that pocket that was created. So you just kind of squeeze it up, kind of freaking close up the top there. And we've got 1 more. For the low rider. And you know what? I'm actually going to do 2 for the low rider because you know what? Yeah. So we're going to try to get another one in each of these low rider. So we actually ended up with 2. We actually ended up with 2 in each of the low rider as well, if you're keeping track. So, woo. Okay. Okay, and there's our last low rider. So, for a recap, let me put these seeds back in their container. For a recap, we've taken our seedling solution that we made with our Florinova Grow nutrients, put it in, allowed our peat pellets to soak in that nutrient solution and bloom till they look like this. And you can see the difference there. Look at how big that thing got. So we allow that to bloom. Go ahead and drop 2 seeds in each seed pocket created once they freaking absorb the seedling and cloning solution. And now that's it. We're ready to freaking actually cover them up. And I'm going to show you my covers here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cover them up just like this. And I'm actually going to take them and put them in my in the LED project grow room. And we'll give you some updates on them and the clones that we produce over the course of the next couple days. So this is Slizwack for the LED project. Go here, smoke this, and we'll see you next time.